Hey there! Let's now create a remote database hosted on MongoDB Atlas. So for developing our project, we will actually not use a local database on our computer like we've been doing in the section until this point. So instead, we're going to use a remote database hosted on a service called Atlas, which is actually owned by the same company that develops MongoDB. And again, on the MongoDB website, let's move over to Products, and then here you have MongoDB Atlas. So Atlas is a so-called database as a service provider, which takes all the pain of managing and scaling databases away from us. So that already is a huge advantage for us, but it's also extremely useful to always have our data basically in the cloud, because this way we can develop our application from everywhere. And even more importantly, we don't have to export data from the local database and then upload it to a hosted database once we are ready to deploy our application. So instead, we simply use this hosted database right from the beginning instead of even messing with local databases in the first place. Alright? Now, of course, if you're one of the students who doesn't have access to the internet, then you just have to keep using a local database, just as we learned until this lecture. So that's no problem at all. I will of course teach you how to connect our application later with both a database hosted on Atlas and also a local database. Alright? Anyway, let's now go ahead and start your free account. Okay, so just start free, and then down here you should create your account. Of course, I already have my account, so I'm not gonna do that. So please just pause the video here at this point, and once you're ready, just come back here to set up our first remote database. Alright. So when you log in into Atlas, it should look something like this. So I'm not sure how it looks the first time when you log in, but at some place you will be able to create a new project. So in this case, I have here the button, or you can also come here to the left side and then down here, create a new project. Now I already have two Natures projects here, simply because I had to build, of course, this application before creating the course. And so let's now create yet another one. So let me call this one Natures app, okay? But you can call yours just Natures, so just like this. Or if you want to have the same name, then just go ahead and call it Natures app as well. Okay? So create a new project. You should then give yourself the project owner permission, which should by default be enabled already, and then just create the project. Wait a little bit until it's ready. And here we go. So we have our project created. Now it's time to build a cluster. And a cluster is basically like an instance of our database. Okay? So now it's time to configure the cluster. I'm simply using the default settings here because that is going to allow me to create a free cluster. Okay? So that's what I want to do for this application. So all of this is fine by me. So this M0 here stands for the free cluster, which is going to give us 512 megabytes of storage and a maximum of 100 simultaneous connections. Okay? If you want more, then of course you can start paying for this. But in this case, of course, that's not what we want. So we want to just build everything for free for now. Now it's asking me for this stupid CAPTCHA here. So our cluster is now being created, which usually takes some time. And so I'm just going to come back to this once this is actually ready. And it's done. So this is how your project and your brand new cluster should look like at this point. Okay, and so this step is ready. Now you have a blank, empty database ready to connect to your own development computer. And so that is exactly what we're going to do in the next video.